Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Arshi, and today I want to discuss about a very simple matter which has become too complicated, and that's why ivermectin in some studies shows high potential for fighting coronavirus, but in some other study it totally useless. How can it be? Do they manipulating this data, or they are showing the real data but the results are different? So to explain about this, I want to show you some of the studies. One of them I already have discussed about it, which was conducted in Malaysia. And then in a very simple comparison, I want you all to understand how the result of some study shows that ivermectin is very potent against coronavirus and some other study shows that it is not potent. If you are interested, please don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me to this. So basically, the way these studies have been conducted in all the stages are correct. All following the right protocols, are having the certain dosage, they have placebo, they have a control group. In some, they have a positive control, they have negative control. For example, in some study, they compare it with the remdesivir or other antiviral. In other study, they don't do that. So why the study are showing different outcome? It is very simple. Those study that using ivermectin in a very late stage, basically they choose their program to conducting on the people who have comorbidities, such as the study I showed in Malaysia, which I will put the link here, and you can see it here. In the study in Malaysia, they conduct this study on those people who had comorbidities. They were over 50 or 60 and they were more vulnerable to this infectious disease, and then they were at the very late stage. This is the most important part. They were all at the very late stage. There is not a single study that talk about ivermectin is not that there is not a single study that talk about ivermectin is not potent and it cannot fight coronavirus, which you can see they started from the beginning of the infection. In all of this study, if you follow them, they were all at the third stage, fourth stage, late second stage. So that is the main difference. Ivermectin in all other studies, as you can see here, which they start to giving the dosage from the beginning of the infectious, it was very active. It could really control and reduce the mortality. And that's because ivermectin is not a magic pill. If the viral load inside the persons who get infected reached a certain amount and the infection already spread to different organs and reached a certain stage, nothing can give the person any relief. Even the new antiviral that made by Pfizer, basically the mechanism of action of similar to ivermectin is protease inhibitor. It reduces the load of viral infection, and of course if it at the late stage, definitely that won't work as well. So in a very easier comparison, if you want me to explain to you, imagine about the cancer. There are lots of chemotherapy medicine out there, and if you unfortunately have witnessed somebody who have cancer and they find it at the late stage, even the chemotherapy cannot do much. So if the chemotherapy medicines doesn't work for the person who is at the late stage, does that mean these medicines are not active and potent? Well, the answer is no. The reason is it's too late to use this drug. So this is the same concept that going forward with the ivermectin. Same as the study that have been done in the South Africa and in Brazil and so many other places, which I will leave the link to all of this study in the description. Once the person start the dosage before it get too late, in all of these studies, they could get some very good positive result. I have to add, one of my very good friends' father also, who got COVID in Mexico, and unfortunately at the late stage, they tried everything they could. Even at the late stage, they give him ivermectin. It didn't work. So unfortunately, he passed away. So it's not a magic pill. it has its own potential, it has its own activity, and the wise thing was all of this study should have conducted at the early stage, not too late, not to conduct it at the very late stage, which basically totally useless. This is the same thing as chloroquine and hydrochloroquine. All of those also could be effective, could be potent at the beginning stage. Even the Oxford has discussed about this. Oxford University conducted a study on that, which I will leave the link to that also in the description. I already made a video regarding that. I will leave the link to that also here. So that's a simple thing. If you conduct a very good research, very good clinical research, but you go for a very late stage and try to see the potency of the drugs, that basically is already, you lose the chance of getting a real potent result, because it's already, the disease are too advanced, and mostly at that stage, especially with a viral infection, nobody can do anything. So that was a very quick and simple explanation. I hope this video was interesting for you. If it was, don't forget to like and subscribe. Till next time.